Today's episode is brought to you by Manscaped, the leaders in below the waistline grooming. As you've heard us say on numerous occasions, when I was talking with Deke earlier about that Lawnmower 4.0, it can clean you up real nice. It keeps the hedges trimmed low, keeps the grass nice and neat, you know. Like we talked about, when people want to view your yard, you want your lawn to look good, okay? You don't want no weeds. You don't want no bushes. Lawnmower 4.0, make sure you turn that light on too. Low and slow is the way to go. But more importantly, man, definitely check them out. And as we always tell you, we don't talk about people unless we get promo codes. And we happen to have a promo code, and that promo code is MOATS. You use that promo code, you get you 20% off along with free shipping worldwide at manscaped.com. So stop wasting time. Make sure you hit them. Use the promo code. Your delicate twins will definitely thank you.
Yeah, definitely stick with Jesse.
Yeah, I'm all for it, man. And Leglue.
I know you're Leglue over Dotson right now.
I don't feel like I'm the only one though, because when we obviously we had the talk, right, and we put it in the chat. We put the video up. I was going back through the comments like I always do, and I'm looking. I'm like, bro.
Oh, people like Leglue.
They're like, yo,
oh man,
like man, Leglue and JC. That's the pair. We haven't seen it like that before. I'm like, oh, whoa.
Wait.
Oh, now you want to wait. Now he want to wait.
Let me just throw this out there. Let me throw this out there. How do you feel about Leglue?
What you mean? How I feel
in terms
about
of
him?
Potentially being a long-term starter?
What do you mean?
Just tell me.
No, why you want to do all that?
Because Dotson likes right guard better anyway. If we're talking about building a line for the future.
I thought we said we moving Kendrick Green to the guard spot.
No, that's not happening.
That's what everybody keeps saying. Move Green to guard. Which guard we moving him to? Yeah, move him to guard.
We're not writing off Dotson.
Which one he going to? You know, I'm just asking for a friend. That's
all. Not write off Dotson. I think that might be my new thing. The fake fans for Dotson.
Hey, yo.
The people that wrote off Dotson. The doubters, the haters. DK.
Hey.
All you guys that ripped on Dotson.
You know, you need to be calling DK and say, DK, drop another article. He needs another article. Because he came back and he was pissed. He played well.
Good.
Yeah,
I think he's had a decent season overall.
It's been good, but the problem is the expectations were higher. That's that simple.
Yeah, when you say all pros and Pro Bowls.
Yeah. Because that was definitely what we were talking about. That's what the feel of Steeler Nation was around Dotson. If we being real about it, everybody, we gassed him, we hyped him. I was
leading the charge.
You were the conductor of that train. Yes,
yep.
Yes, indeed. And it was just like, man, did he come back year two? You're like, whoa, wait a minute, this ain't what it's supposed to be. Yeah, that's all, man. It just make you look around a little bit.
He was still between him and Trey Turner the best on our line.
No, I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
Now, what's that saying? Our standard as a line as a whole was pretty bad. Yeah, he didn't live up to the hype that I thought he was going to be this season. Yeah. Pro Bowl, All Pro. He didn't deliver to that form. Right. But no, I think he's still a good player. And I'm just saying, if you like Leglue at left, we don't have a problem moving Dotson to right.
Oh, so we kicking Trey out?
I don't know. It depends. Does he want to resign? That's what I'm asking about Leglue, because you think he's a quality starter, because then you're talking about him versus Trey Turner and Dotson.
Honestly, this is the whole, like, when I think of it in all seriousness, right? Not messing with you, which I do like to do a lot. I don't know why. I'm just a sick person. But
no, it's fine.
Dotson as an individual, I love. I think, you know, the power he has, the tenacity, the nastiness that you want with offensive linemen. And I thought he grew as a pass protector last year as well, not just solely focusing on the run blocking, but I thought he did some good things, you know, with pass blocking. That was the question mark for him coming out. It was like, can he pass block? So if we're talking just individual players, yeah, I think that, you know, he's the better player without a doubt. But in terms of right now, I do think that Leglue has meshed a little bit better with a guy like JC. And a lot of that could be because when you're talking about practice, right? Who goes out there with the starting unit? Kendrick Green, Dotson, Dan Moore. Who goes out there with the backups? You got JC, you got Leglue.
Level.
So you have a natural rapport that way, because those are the guys that unit 1, unit 2. So when you put that second unit in, like it is right now with Leglue and with JC, they have a natural play. They have a natural trust. And both of those guys, their floor, I think is, I don't even think their floor is higher than Dotson. I just think they stay more consistently in their area. Whereas like with Dotson, kind of like we say with, because I don't want, because it's gonna come off as a negative with those players. I don't want to say that, but in the sense of with Dotson, his play can be a 9 or a 10 one day, and then it could be like a 6 or a 7, and that drop off will make you feel like he's, you know, a worse player than he is. And it's like, no, it's just you're not playing at this dominant level. Whereas JC and Leglue, I don't think
you'll
they're ever
actually
going to
see
get over a
Dotson
7.
highlights on Twitter.
Right. I don't think that JC or Leglue will ever play above like a 7, right? Out of a scale of 10. But I don't ever think they're going to play below a 5 either. So they're always going to feel like they're playing well. They're always going to feel like they're doing their job. And that's what they bring. No different when I talk about Chris Wormley, right? Chris Wormley compared to Stephon Tuitt. Wormley is not going to give you level 10 productivity, but he's going to stay at that 7 and 8 range as we've seen, right? He's going to make the plays he's supposed to make. He ain't going to do the extra play, but he's going to make the ones he's supposed to make. But then you think about Tuitt, and it's like Tuitt going to give you a 4-sack game, and then you might have a game where you like, it's Tuitt out here. And that's just that swing a little bit with certain players, especially when they're still young and developing and growing more and more like that. And when you talk about guys like Dotson, guys like Green, they're younger players. So that's expected. JC, he's not a young guy. Leglue, it's a little different with him, but he still isn't a rookie either. So it's like you can feel a little bit more of the veteran with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this will be another thing in the offseason. Obviously, we've been talking about offensive line, how we got to address it. But if JC can have another decent performance, Leglue's stringing together some decent games, like, how do you feel about them two compared to drafting someone at the center early on? And do we just focus on the tackles instead?
Right.
Do we feel comfortable enough that they could, we could actually start the season with them at least?
Yeah, that would that's the interesting part.
That's why I asked about Leglue. Like, do you feel like he could be actually a starter?
Because honestly, even if I don't feel like he can be the starter for 17 games, I still want to keep him no different than BJ Finney when he served his role here as that swing interior offense lineman. They can give you center play, can give you both guard plays. I look at Leglue the same way. I mean, if you have to start, great, but I love you as this backup that can come in and like legitimately back up multiple spots. No different. We talk about Joe Haig. It's like, man, Joe can play right. He can go over and play left. He can swing in and play
I'd like
guard.
To bring him back too. Actually.
And that's the thing. Like when you're talking about building your roster, it's not always about all pros and Pro Bowls. Like you got to have these type of guys because, as we know, injuries happen. Even with TJ Watt and the crazier he's had, he's missed games. He's missed time. You got to have those pieces that are still quality. And I do think Leglue, worst case scenario, him and JC Hassenauer will definitely give you that quality.
They should be back.
Yeah.
They should definitely be back. But that could help because we know the importance of tackle positions.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that is a little bit more important than drafting a center, left guard, right guard. Although we saw how Green's played this year,